recording this during a retrograde, and I've got like 5 takes now. Holy crap. And I'm trying to talk about the week of January 9th through the 15th. And so I'm going to try again. So welcome back. I'm Dorothy Morgan. Thanks for joining me here today. And you can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. Today, starting with January 9th, the moon is in the sign of Gemini. And of course, with Mercury retrograde during this recording, why wouldn't it be a little more difficult? I'm trying to rush through something, and I need to slow down. So this is what I would tell you, too, about January 9th. With that moon in the sign of Gemini, we're going to come in with ready to work, very sharp, very analytical, unlike the week before, the moon was in Pisces on January 2nd. And yeah, we probably didn't even get to work on that day. A lot of people had that day off anyways. But this is the first Monday of the year that people are really going to be hit the floor running, and we're ready for it. And that's really all that, it's not all, but that's the main energy of what Monday, January 9th is all about. And now that I'm slowing down, Mercury's going to let me do my job. Okay. Starting, then we move on to Tuesday, January 10th. And on the 10th, the main thing, we still have the moon in Gemini, so we're still thinking things through and just really being sharp and witty and clever. But the main thing I want to talk about is at 11:22 in the middle of the day, in the morning, East Coast, the Sun in Capricorn makes a square to Uranus and Aries. This could be very innovative and very creative. So when these two come together, you know, the Sun in Capricorn, it's like, let's get the job done. Here's how we do it. And then Uranus and Aries is about like, who needs rules? Let's just do it my way. Or if you tell me how to do something, I'm not going to do it. So there could be some ego issues going on, whether it's with you, with somebody around you, somewhere at work. It's that Sun in Capricorn, that Capricorn energy wants things in a certain way. And we are building to full moons in a couple days. And so that Sun in Capricorn wants things a certain way, and that Uranus and Aries has said, no, we can't keep doing things status quo. We need things to change. So the Sun square Uranus can create some discord throughout the day, but if there's changes need to happen, then allow them to happen. And it's not as easy to go with the flow with energy like this, but being aware helps you to maintain your own stability. And that's what we're looking for on Tuesday, January 10th. Now on January 11th, we have the moon has entered the sign of Cancer. It entered the sign of Cancer Tuesday evening. And so now that the moon's in the sign of Cancer, this is the sign of the full moon that's coming up tomorrow on the 12th. So with the moon just into the sign of Cancer, all that caring, nurturing, feeling like we want to be at home, but emotions kind of come to the surface a little bit more when that moon is in the sign of Cancer. So we need to be aware of if we're being overly emotional or overly sensitive to our environments. And if we are, then do what it is that you know is good for you to do that helps you to stay more centered. We also have in the middle of the day, no, actually that's early in the morning, Mars and Pluto making a sextile. So this is a super easy aspect between the two. But whenever Mars and Pluto together, there's something going on under the surface. And so something may be revealed for us at this moment, or sometime within a day or two of the 11th with Mars sextile Pluto. We also have the Sun and Jupiter square today. It isn't peak until almost midnight, but with the Sun and Jupiter square on the 11th, this is where we can feel exceptionally optimistic. Again, that Sun Uranus earlier in the week creates, innovative and creative ideas. Squaring Jupiter now, it also can help with optimism with those creative ideas. So that's something that's really fun over those couple of days, the 10th, the 11th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Now, moving on to so on the 12th, I have the full moon forecast already produced separately. So come and find that. It's either before this video or after this video on YouTube, so you can find it easily. And the other thing, so I won't repeat myself here, but I do want to talk about just a couple other things on that day. So we also have Mercury entering the sign of Capricorn, back into Capricorn where it was before it was retrograde. And so now we have this opportunity for, we can feel a little more businesslike, a little more logical, a little more practical. It's not so lighthearted like Gemini can be. So, but we have 3 weeks now of it being in that sign. And we have this opportunity, since it was retrograde through all of Capricorn, we had this opportunity to really see what is important to us, especially the way we speak or what other people say to us, the promises we make, promises that are made, contracts we sign. So all of these things, we're still working through those while Mercury moves through the sign of Capricorn a little once again. And then we also have that Venus and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. It's not grounded whatsoever. So we have a little bit of everything today. So go see that forecast separately for the full moon, all right, on the 12th. January 13th, we're going to go on, and that moon is in the sign of Leo. I don't think I failed to mention that the moon enters the sign of Leo on the 12th after it is full. Now, so all Saturday, Friday, and Saturday, the 13th and the 14th, yes, Friday the 13th, so hopefully you're not too fearful. There's not a lot going on that day, but the moon in the sign of Leo on Friday the 13th is just very dramatic, very passionate, and very creative. So if you can use that towards something that means something to you, then that's the best way to use the moon in Leo. Or it comes at us with drama and inflated emotions. How's that? On the 14th, the same thing with that moon in Leo. And the major thing that goes on with that moon, you know, the moon just makes a lot of little aspects. There are no major aspects on this day. So I would hit ditto when it comes to what happens on the 13th. We're pretty much going to feel very similar to all of those things on the 14th. Whatever we're passionate about, whatever we want to be creative about, continue on with that Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, the moon has entered the sign of Virgo in the middle of the night. And with the moon in Virgo, and what it's all it's really doing on these days, trine to Mercury, opposite Neptune, opposite Venus. This is very dreamy. So this is a great opportunity on Sunday to have some time off, to relax, to get lost in a book, to binge on a TV series on Netflix or something. This is all that Sunday looks like. So this week isn't overly trying. It has a full moon, but it isn't overly trying or overly stressful because there's a lot that's not retrograde now. So we have a lot of opportunities just to move forward without a lot of hindrances. A few harder aspects, but they're still not bad. So what do I want to recap? No, I don't want to recap, but that's good enough for now. All right. So thank you very much. And I'll see you next week. Namaste.